bag is expensive.
Is it working now? Okay, it's on now again. Okay, sorry about that. Ryan somehow got into the picture when I was fooling around with that, so he advised me, because he is such a great IT guy, that we should turn it off and start again, so at least you'll get some viewer watch hours credited to your YouTube. So that's what we've done. I don't know why. Did you turn those on, Norm? Wipers are on.
No, I didn't.
Norm likes to drive from the side, and this one's on too. She likes to drive from this passenger seat of the vehicle. Sometimes it's very annoying. Most of the time she's a real sweetheart, but when she does that, it just drives me crazy.
Yes, sweet.
I have to say something to Pac-Wan when we're driving on live camera, right?
Yep.
I don't want to be viewed as the real guy that I am, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we are in Wetaskiwin. We just finished eating at the Castle Steak, or dining and drinking pleasure. So, why are those wipers still on? There we go. Okay, so we got to turn right here because there's a big median there. I'll pop over that and wreck the car. So I got to turn right. But it's busy here in Wetaskiwin today.
Don't do that noise right now.
Very busy. Oh, man. Okay, so anyway.
Oh!
That's a garbage can.
That's garbage can.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, we got up. That's one in the back still on, Norm. Turn that wiper off. It's driving me crazy. Thanks. Anyway, so like I said this morning, we got up and I've been Norm's been doing these live streams before, and Ryan and I were getting really sick of it, so it never even crossed my mind to do live stream. Until last night, I thought maybe I'll try the live stream thing. And Norm said she would help me set up my phone for it. So we got up today and we kind of made a plan that we were going to take the garbage out and then go for breakfast somewhere. So, and in the meantime, she was going to get this phone set up and we're just going to do a test on for the live stream to see if we can get it actually work on my phone. So she tried and tried and tried, and I tried and I tried and I tried. So we took the garbage to the dump, and she's still trying in the car. We couldn't get it started. Tried 3 or 4 different uploading programs. None of them would work. So we thought, piss on it, right? So we came to Wetaskiwin and went to this restaurant. We were going to go to Smitty's, and they were so full. There were people social distance right outside the door, about 4 or 5 groups deep. So we didn't go in there, and we found this other place, and I'm glad we did because it was pretty good. But anyway, so we're in there having our lunch, and we finally got the lunch, and I'd recommend the place. Yeah, I don't remember what I just called it, but it was good. They made Caesar salad with fresh anchovies. They made their own Caesar salad sauce or mix, or whatever you call it, dressing. It was very, very tasty. But anyways, I'm going to say anyways a lot because...
1 minute, can I make recommendation? You
What?
should drive by that the museum one thing.
Where do you think I'm going, Ding Dong? I'm a step ahead of you.
Okay.
Yikes.
And us know
Ouch,
where we
boy. Yeah, well, it's right up here. There's the airport there, Wetaskiwin Airport. So anyway, so we're sitting in there getting back to the story about trying to get loaded up on this live stream thing. We tried for probably 2 hours to get it going, and the food was just about there, or it just came, and then Norm says, Ryan, why don't you try it? And literally, I'm telling you, within probably 5 minutes, Ryan had this thing up and running. So he is definitely our go-to guy when it comes to anything IT related, YouTube related, any kind of computer app related, animation related. What else do you do, Ryan? Anything. If you need something built from a kit, he can build it. He's mostly really good at virtual stuff. The other day he told me he had an imaginary brain. So I called him on that.
Thanks.
I called him on that. I said, don't you mean like...
Don't you agreed with me that I had an imaginary brain?
Yeah, well, you said it, right? You said you had an imaginary brain.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought he should have probably said he had a great imagination, but was talking about his great imaginary brain. So we had a good laugh about that. Hey, the Reynolds Museum is back open again. We'll have to come up here again. We just thought we'd drive by here and just to add more time to the watch time on this video. And this is a great place to come if you're in Wetaskiwin.
Yeah, you can tell about the history here too.
Oh, this is a great history. There's a guy here. I don't know if he was like, I think he was an obsessive personality, this guy. Usually obsessions and quirkiness and, I don't want to say mental illness, but usually, usually quirkiness leads to greatness over time. And this is a story about that. Guy here by the name here of Stan Reynolds. I guess he used to have...
Look at all the birds, right?
Look at all these birds. This Stan Reynolds, he used to have a dealership or a gas station in Wetaskiwin.
Shut them.
And he had a great penchant for collections, I guess. He liked to collect stuff. Some people might call it hoarding. I think that's a more modern term for this kind of behavior. Oh, look at all those birds. Just going around in circles getting all these birds. Look at that's awesome, man. Seagulls, but not one bit of water.
Yeah, just shed them off.
Yeah. So anyway, this Stan Reynolds guy, he had a small plane. I think he was in the war, Second World War, or he was an armed Air Force veteran or something. But he fell in love with aviation, of course, and he started collecting stuff. And he built his own plane, and he all this stuff can be found in this Aviation Hall of Fame here at Wetaskiwin. But he would take his small plane, as the story goes, and he would drive around in the air. I guess they'd call it flying here in Canada. They'd call it flying, a plane, around all the neighbors' places and all across Western Canada into Saskatchewan and places like that, and scout around in people's yards from above the ground. And then he would go back later and try and buy anything that looked interesting to him. So he amassed this huge collection of old cars and farm machinery and airplanes and all kinds of gadgets. And he worked out some kind of a deal, or his estate worked out some kind of a deal where they took his collection, brought it under the government's arm, and built this amazing museum here. And so you can go in here, and they've got amazing displays of antique equipment and vehicles that were used in the early days here in Alberta. And the Aviation Museum and Hall of Fame, it's got all sorts of stories about the early pioneers in the province with aviation.
I wonder if we can drive in there.
I don't think you can drive in there.
They have parking there though.
Oh yeah, we'll drive down there. That's right, because you can go on that airplane here. They've got an airstrip right here, the Wetaskiwin airstrip, and the Aviation Hall of Fame has access to that airstrip. And during the summer, they have, I think it's called a Waco. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. WACO biplane. It's about 1940s, I believe, vintage. And you can take a biplane ride from the museum here around the countryside. Ryan and I did it last year or the year before. And they flew us over, there's a lake just east of Wetaskiwin, so you kind of head off easterly and you fly over that lake, and they do a turn there and fly you back over top of the museum area to the west, and then come back around again. So the time we went, of course, the canola was in full bloom, as it is this year right now, and just beautiful scenery from up there. I'm not sure the elevation that she was flying at. We had a very young female pilot. She was just in her 20s, I believe. Very good pilot, and made us feel really comfortable. The plane is a two-seater. I think it was a trainer model. So there's a two-seater pilot in the back configuration, biplane, fabric-coated biplane, and it was a real thrill. I was on it before too, one other time. Just a great ride if you're ever here at Wetaskiwin at the Reynolds Museum.
Alberta, Canada. Cap. And they also have, it looks like we can't really see it. I don't see the airplane here either today, so I don't know if it's in the air.
Maybe it's in the air.
And they have the hot rod too, right? Show hot rod
Oh.
usually like July 1st. I
Yeah.
don't know if this year they're gonna do it.
The museum here has something going on all the time. They change their displays so they can work through the collection a bit. They've got a big storage building where the items that aren't on display get housed, and every once in a while they'll change the displays and use some of the other artifacts and bring them into the museum so people can enjoy them. But yeah, I don't know if the plane is in the air today or just not.
Look like no
Not
plane
here.
at all.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't do that. They cannot keep social distancing. on
Yeah,
the
maybe that's
airplane.
it, eh? Well, I think, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, a really cool ride in an open cockpit of a biplane, so that's a lot of fun. In the Aviation Hall of Fame, all of the people that were major players in aviation in the early years in Alberta and since then there's stories about them in here. They've got Stan Reynolds' plane that he built and a couple of other planes that he had owned. And they also got a lot of equipment here related to mining. I think there's a couple of big drag lines here that were used up at Fort McMurray in the early years of the oil sands mining operations up there. Maybe sometime we'll have to come back and we could do a live stream. And here's a couple of the planes here that they've got in the museum.
Would be fun to be live
From the
stream when you go
Royal
out on the airplane.
Canadian Air Force. Some of them look pretty modern still, but they're probably 1950s, 60s designed aircrafts. There's one of the snowbirds right there. So yeah, it's a really neat place to go. Anyway, Norm was talking about them having old antique cars and stuff here. They do have something going on quite a few weekends throughout the summer. They have a one weekend that they have an invitation for everyone to come out and bring their fixed up jalopies and hot rods and anything interesting. And they have a parade that goes around this track here. We were here a couple years ago and sat here and watched all the local cars as well as a lot of the collection from the Reynolds Museum. They park here and people can sit in them. They have kind of a taxi service going from the main building to the Aviation Hall of Fame, and they use some of the old cars to take you for a ride there at no charge.
I wonder who's watching you now. Is it Sherry
know.
come back?
I don't know.
Ask Sherry if
Is there two people? That's you, right?
yeah.
You
I'm
and
not
somebody
sure.
else.
Ask Sherry if after supper she mean by what time, because our supper sometime is midnight.
After supper usually means about 6 p.m., but
By any
you
means.
can contact her. So anyway, yeah, here's a bunch of smaller pieces of equipment here, and each one they have some sort of story about who owned it and what it was used for, and inside's really interesting. So we like to come up here. We had a pass. We didn't get one this year because of COVID-19, but we had one that expired, I think, this year. But it would allow you to go to quite a few of the Alberta government attractions, or province of Alberta attractions, like there's a carriage museum down in, where is that, Norm? Pincher Creek or somewhere down in southern Alberta there's a carriage museum. So let's go to that. Let's go to the Provincial Museum in Edmonton. This one allows you to go to the Tyrrell Museum in Drumheller to see the dinosaurs and displays there. So there's quite a few places you can go for one season's pass price. And basically, if you go to 2 or 3 of those spots during the year, you basically paid for your season's pass. So we had got that a couple of last couple of years. But we didn't get one this year. But it looks like they're open back up again. But anyway, those weekends, getting back to the weekends. See, my mind is wandering a little bit.
Turn right.
Why? That goes to the highway.
We can go to the Pigeon Lake a little bit.
No. We just go back this way.
Take like a small road.
Pigeon Lake, for goodness
You
sake.
need 2 hour live stream so we don't have to go home right away. So we can get the time in. I want 2 hours so we can set the playlist.
Whose live stream is this anyway? Is it yours or is it mine?
It's your.
Yeah, okay, so I'm the director. You can direct your own live stream. My goodness. See, she's always trying to drive the car, and then she's always trying to take over my live stream too. Well, this is my first live stream, so. So anyway, what I was trying to say about the weekends at Reynolds Museum, they have other weekends that they plan there, and you probably go to their website and check out, if you ever come up here, check out when you're planning on coming and check their website and see what they might have going on any particular weekend. Springtime they have, on the normal year, not a COVID-19 year, they have planting in the field. They've got a field right beside the museum there, and they'll use a lot of the old equipment, and they'll run it, they'll plow the land, plant some seed in there. I don't know if they actually use to plant the seed, but they get a crop put in somehow, but they show everybody how you use some of the old antique equipment. And in the fall they have a harvest weekend, so they'll actually use the harvesting equipment. They'll do the thrashing and the stooking of the straw and all that sort of stuff. So that's another weekend they have. They have the car show weekend that we talked about, and I think there's a few other ones too that they plan, and it's each time you go, it can be a new experience. So it's a great asset here in Central Alberta. And anyway, maybe we'll drive by Stan Reynolds' place here. I think they still sell stuff. I think they still have a business with his name attached to it. I think he's long gone now, but they still have a business here, and I believe they trade in antiques, antique equipment, cars, things like that. I think it's over here somewhere. It's all right around in this area by the airport. What is it here? Right here. What's it called? Yeah, Stan Reynolds Sales Limited, right here. So if you drive by here, you can see some more of the junk that's piled up. Where did they move it all? I don't see anything now. Oh, there it is, Reynolds Museum. There's the...
They close it.
Yeah, maybe I can pull over here. Do just maybe they've... It's gone defunct here now. But there's some old buildings here, and this must have been the site of his original museum when he was private, before they I think he gifted it to the province of Alberta, to be honest. I think that's how the story goes. I'm no expert, I'm no historian, and I'm not I'm not affiliated with the museum at all, so I don't know exactly. I'm just kind of going on my memory, and like I said, I'm getting up there, and my memory's not as good as it used to be, and it really wasn't that good to begin with, so I'm just kind of telling you from what I recollect.
I have a memory span of a goldfish.
Yeah, I have a memory span of a goldfish, Ryan says.
That's where I get my genes.
Oh, that you're saying that about you? You've got a memory of a goldfish?
We both?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. We kind of come by it naturally, right? So anyway, that's where he lives. Oh, and they got a great... We could drive around here and show them the airport here.
Sure.
Because that's kind of a cool place. Oh, I guess we got to turn around here again. Should have just kept on going. Okay, we'll turn around in here. What's this place? The local PV Mart?
Yeah.
Okay, there's PV Mart. Look at that. We'll just turn around here at PV. This is a pretty good place, this PV Mart. You can buy all your farm supplies here. If you're interested in bees, I know there's one channel on YouTube that I've been introduced to. It's called Bees in Bikinis. I think it's and bikinis. Bees and bikinis. And they show you how to keep bees. So here at PV Mart, they actually sell bee equipment. Everything you need for bees. That bees and bikinis, they've got a new little Friday segment on their channel, and what she's doing is she bought herself a little bowler trailer, much like the one that we have at our place. Ours is a triple E Surfside. It's a 13-foot, or maybe ours is 14 foot. I think ours is 14 foot, and the bowlers, I believe, are 13 feet. But anyway, she bought this 13-foot bowler, and over the next little while. I don't know whether it's going to be months or years. Like my projects usually last years and lifetimes, but she's planning on renovating this little bowler camper. So you can see a new episode on her channel every Friday on if you're interested in those little bowler campers. They have quite a cult following, I guess. People like them. They're cute little bugs of trailers. They're lightweight, easy to tow. You can tow them behind a small SUV, even a small car. If you can get a hitch attached underneath. I know sometimes it's hard when you're dealing with unibody cars and not cars with true frames, but if you go to Canadian Tire, you got a small little car, you can see if they'll sell you a hitch, if some manufacturer makes a hitch for your car, and then you could probably get yourself a little fiberglass bowler and pull it behind you too. But anyway, the bees and bikinis, what they're going to do is fix up this little bowler and show you how it turns out when they're done. So kind of an interesting channel.
I like that the channel that have dog and cat. Milo what?
Oh, Milo, Malamute, and Buddies. Yeah, that's a pretty good channel.
Yeah.
She's a lady that lives in the UK, and she has this little. Well, it's not little anymore. When you view her playlist on Milo, Malamute, and Friends, if you watch her playlist, you can see how cute Milo was as a little bit of a puppy.
Super smart.
But now he's big and he's super smart and he's got some friends. He's got a little, I don't know if it's a terrier, another little doggy friend. His name's Poppy, and then a couple of cats.
Yeah, and that's what the teacher role.
What?
The challenge.
Oh yeah, that's one of the first videos I saw of Milo, Malamute, and Friends was during COVID-19.
They took all the tissue.
They took all the toilet paper rolls and stacked them in the hallway of the house, and they started with one roll of paper, and they were stacked along the floor from wall to wall, and then the Milo's human friend, got Milo to come over the paper. So, and then every time Milo was successful, and then the cat had his turn, and he would jump over, and then after a successful jump for both of them, Milo's human friend would put another layer of toilet paper on top of that. So each time it got, looked pretty easy after 2 or 3 layers, but got to the point where some of the paper towels or paper rolls were getting knocked down. So kind of good fun watching that. And since then, watched a lot of Milo's adventures and challenges, and got to be really good friends with Milo, Malamute, and Buddies. Good channel. That's one that we really enjoy watching.
And I like
too.
that the man Ken that in where is he again?
Oh yeah, here's another shout out. Norm's kind of mentioning some of our favorite channels. Seems like Norm and I, we have the same tastes, same friends on YouTube. There's a fellow that lives in New Brunswick by the name of Ken, and his channel's called Ken's Maple Leaf Forge and Stuff. And he's a really neat guy, soul to the earth kind of a guy. Him and his wife live there in New Brunswick, and I can't remember the name of the place where they live, but basically they're a hop, skip, literally, and a jump from the great outdoors there. He can get on his quad and drive out the backyard or the front yard onto the lane, and he's on some wooded trails, so he can go quadding, right off his front doorstep out there. So they're living in beautiful country out there in New Brunswick. I've never been out in New Brunswick, but looks like a place I'd like to spend some time. And I wouldn't mind spending some time with Ken. He seems like a great guy. He's picked up this hobby of forging metal items, so he's got all the equipment he needs to repurpose metal. You can take a railroad spike and turn it into an aircraft carrier, basically, in his shop that he's got at his place. So he's worth a look at too.
Yeah, and he has a lot of drone shot,
Yeah.
beautiful drone shot too.
He's a retired gentleman, lives there in New Brunswick with his wife, and they've got a great family. He's got a kind of the stuff on his, his name of his channel comes from. He does a lot of things. He likes to fly drones. He likes to quad. He's an avid motorcyclist. He likes to go for bike rides on his motorcycle.
And who
He's
another
also-
friend live in Calgary?
I'm not done with Ken yet. Ken just showed some videos about his family who live in Nova Scotia. He's got grandkids. They're all redheads. So they're just cute little guys and gals.
Two
Two
girls and one
girls.
boy.
I think they're twins. 2 girls and a boy. And they went out to visit him after waiting months to be able to see them due to COVID-19. And he showed us some footage from their trip to Nova Scotia and playing on the beach and running his drone on the beach in Nova Scotia, bringing us views of the high tides that they have out in Nova Scotia. If you don't know anything about the tides out in Nova Scotia, the Bay of Fundy and all that, you better look that up somewhere. Maybe on YouTube they've got some videos about that. I'm sure they do. The highest tides in the world. It's super interesting when the tide's out. I watched one video and mentioned to the video maker that the only time I've seen anything that looked like that when the tide is out in Nova Scotia is footage I've seen from the tsunami that hit in Thailand.
Scary.
Sumatra, was it Sumatra?
Sumatra, Indonesia.
Indonesia and Thailand.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing footage from that event where people were amazed because all of a sudden the beach opened up and there was sand for going out where there was ocean for almost a mile. And people were amazed and they didn't realize what was going on. And actually that was the signal that was the drawback before the actual tsunami wave hit. So the wave's coming up and it's drawing all that water away from the shore. So anybody that knew anything about tsunamis, they might be alarmed, but the average person on the beach there, as a tourist, all they see is this water going out. And they're just like, what's going on?
That's the first time in Thailand.
Yeah, and then you're going to be amazed and you're going to walk out into that looking for clams or whatever, just amazement. But that should be a sure signal to get to high ground because catastrophe is going to happen. And I've seen a lot of footage like that and just amazed by that. But again, the tide in Nova Scotia, it just reminded me so much of that event. But just beautiful to watch some of those videos of Nova Scotia and that area out east. I myself have never been out east, and seeing some of the footage from out there, I'd sure like to visit there sometime. I've always been, when we were kids growing up, always going into British Columbia because it was so close to our province, always going into the northwestern United States because it was close to our province, but never did have any urge or dream to head out east. I got a cousin that likes Newfoundland. He likes to go to Newfoundland a lot. And, he's always bragging about how great Newfoundland is, but it's something that's never been on my radar to go out east at all. But I think that's changing. Anyway, you were going to say something, Norm?
But now they still like they won't allow us to travel there yet. They only allow like local people in Newfoundland to travel there. They're not allowed another province.
Yeah, well, Ken was explaining that to me. They have an agreement with 3 eastern provinces there, I think. I don't know, maybe more, but the eastern provinces have agreements that they were creating like a super group, so an extended group that you can travel within that region. Here in Alberta, we can travel anywhere throughout the province, and we recently did a little road trip into BC, so we're allowed to travel into BC too. I'm not sure about Saskatchewan and Manitoba if they've opened up at all. Anyway, we went right by the airport there, but we were busy talking about something else. So
did you kind of like which friend that you always talk about too in Calgary, the driving thing?
Oh yeah, there's another guy I met through YouTube. He's a really interesting character, and been watching a lot of his videos. His name is Viper6. He has a channel, and he does a lot of stuff. He's into bikes too, motorbikes, But he's got one segment on his channel that's kind of entertaining, and he's got little short clips of bad drivers of Calgary. So he'll I don't know if he's got his road cam on his truck, and when he drives through, he records everywhere he drives. And I think in Calgary they've probably got a really high proportion of bad drivers because hey, there's a nice car. What is that, an Impala?
Not sure.
That's an old one. It's about a 66. That's nice. Anyway, so he'll drive around and he'll record all these bad drivers, and he'll make a short 2 or 3, 4 minute clip of the bad drivers in Calgary. And that's easily digestible the way he's got it set up. Ryan and I were watching quite a few episodes while we were having breakfast the other day at our favorite restaurant in Lacombe, Sherry's Restaurant. Shout out to Sherry's Restaurant. There's a place that's been active in Lacombe community for many, many years.
Yeah.
Make good breakfast and very reasonably priced. Nice folks there. How's that for a plug?
Talk about Sherry restaurant and Sherry, your sister. Now we in Wetaskiwin. I think down
there's
here where
another
the
Sherry.
Sherry live.
There's another Sherry.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is interesting, and I should have mentioned that to Sherry while she was on there, but we never got to that point. But Sherry, I won't say her last name, but Sherry H. Kind of a long-time friend of some of our family. Sherry, my sister, would know who she is. Her and her mom lived here in Wetaskiwin when we were just kids, and we met her when we were, I don't know, younger than Ryen probably when we were 8 or 9 or so. But Sherry is, she's a handicapped woman. She's lived with her mom in Wetaskiwin until her mom passed away. And then she was living on her own in her mom's house, and unfortunately she was taken advantage of financially and who knows other manners by some guy that she had met who basically took all of her money and gambled it away or drank it away or something. So we had seen her when she was dating that guy a couple of years ago and had a really bad feeling about the situation. But unfortunately, it's kind of like, it's kind of like Star Trek. You're wandering around in the world and you're meeting people from different walks of life and cultures, but the mandate is not to interfere, right? So I didn't think it was my place to involve myself in her business. And unfortunately, my suspicions came true, and we just met her again here. We were in Wetaskiwin maybe a month ago or so, and I thought, well, maybe we should try and stop by. So we stopped by at her mom's house where we last knew of her whereabouts. Oh, no. Back up. Reverse. The story is, this Sherry, although she's handicapped, she is really great with numbers. And out of the blue, it seemed like every year she would just pop into your life, right? So this year, Norm got a phone call from Sherry, a phone message. So, and I think Norm talked to her finally and Sherry said she wanted to talk to Donnie. That's what she called me when I was growing up. I've always been Donnie, I guess, when I was a kid. So she wanted to talk to Donnie. So eventually, after a few days, I thought I better phone her back, see how she's doing. And so we came up to Wetaskiwin, and we were going to surprise her. So we went to her mom's old place. I don't know if we could drive by it, but we went to her mom's old place. There was a car there, and we phoned her from the front of her mom's place, and she said that she had moved. She had been placed in a home. So we got the address from her, and we visited her at this nursing home. She wasn't doing well in her mom's place anymore, and I think she had people from home care, whatever, looking in on her from time to time.
They walk
But
over to
yeah,
like they drive.
yeah, they're having a hard time crossing the road here. Anyway, so Sherry told us she was in this nursing home, and so we went to visit her in the nursing home, and we just kind of had a visit through the window. She was on the ground floor of this nursing home, and she told us about, you know, the guy taking her for all of her money and how she wasn't doing very well. Mentally, she was down, depressed. And look at this jerk. There's the bad driver of Wetaskiwin. That's good for Viper 6. So anyway, I think we helped cheer her up that day. She had just, I think she started searching for somebody after she moved to the nursing home. I think she was lonely and it was a big change in her life. And so she reached out, contacted Norm, and we went up to visit her. We've been up there to visit her a couple times. Looks like she lives where Sherry used to live. Next neighbor here anyway. So we came up to visit her again, and hopefully she's in a comfortable place now. She said that she was quarantined for 2 weeks, and when we saw her, she was still on quarantine, so she was kind of scared and a little bit lonely, and didn't look like she was doing very well. But you know, after talking to her for a little bit, and she remembered who I was, and she kind of got that old smile that she always had. When Sherry H smiled when she was a kid, her whole face lit up, and that's how I always remembered her. She was, you know, simple, handicapped, but she was just always a very, very happy little girl. So it was nice to see her smile. She's gotten older, like all of us. She's, I think she said she was 50, 51, 52. But she said that they, you know, she lost a lot of weight, and maybe she just wasn't doing very well mentally and physically. So she's probably in a better place now at the home there. She'll get good care and not be in any danger to harm herself. She does well when she's got support, and I think when her mom died, that was her rock, and they did everything together. Like I said, I remember when my dad was alive, and so once in a while my dad would work on a project together, work on a house or work in the yard or whatever, and just out of the blue, Sherry and her mom would show up in their old Chrysler. Sherry's mom had a Chrysler Imperial or something like that from the 80s, and she was proud of that car, and she called it her Chrysler. So they would show up out of the blue in the springtime quite a few years and just have a visit and have a coffee. So that's kind of a story of Wetaskiwin. Anyway, what else is Wetaskiwin famous for? They've got a water tower here. It's the largest in Western Canada, I think. But maybe we'll save that for another day. I don't know if there's much to show on that. It's just a fact. What else they got in Wetaskiwin? They got a Marks, they got a Safeway, they got a Canadian Tire, they got a KFC, so it's just like every other little town. I think actually Wetaskiwin's a city. They've always been a city since I've known about Wetaskiwin, but I don't know, they're not that much bigger than Lacombe. Well, Lacomb's a city now. They're not that much bigger than Ponoka, are they? How many people in Wetaskiwin, Norm?
I don't know.
Maybe 15,000, I'm guessing. Not sure. But anyway, they got a Walmart here now too. The new Tim Hortons right there. And the old mall, it's really struggled to keep tenants in there, but I want to go to the Source and see if I can get a computer sometime this weekend too.
No, go to Best Buy. Let's just go now then.
Why?
Because Best Buy Edmonton, that's the best selection that I get.
Best Buy Edmonton?
Yeah.
You want to go to Edmonton now?
Yeah.
I thought we were going to go have coffee with Sherry.
Shirley said after supper. It's
So now I'm going to turn around and go to
yet.
Edmonton now?
Yeah,
Are you a
because
nut?
we have it already. You want to check out computer?
I don't have my MasterCard with me though. I need that to buy something.
You can borrow my money. I have $1 million.
All right, let's go look. Ryan thinks I should get an Apple.
Yeah, you
A
can
Mac.
get the Mac, but Ryen can help you to go through that because Mac is the best computer. But
So
for
I went to Tantec yesterday, and the guy said I should get a Mac too
yeah,
for what I need to use it for.
yeah,
I
Mac
think I
is
can
the
do a
best.
UE here safely and legally.
Sure,
Pretty sure.
legally. Can
Pretty
we
sure
get
I can.
coffee before we go to Edmonton?
Oh, for goodness sake! Is there something else you need?
The McDonald's there.
Oh, okay. That's the Tim Hortons. Oh, there's McDonald's.
And don't forget the mask. Guy, they give out the mask. 8 pieces per package. So get
Yeah,
it.
I guess if we go to
Right.
Edmonton, we got to get masks. I was just seeing on the news there, or on the, what do you call it? The internet. They said Alberta has the highest per capita now of COVID-19 cases. So the returning back to the economy is kind of made it empty.
Sucks.
But I think they were expecting that though. I don't think they were thinking that they're out of the woods and that there's not going to be any more. I think the experts in the government, hopefully they're listening to the experts, they know that there's going to be an uptick. But the whole idea wasn't to eradicate COVID-19 virus. It was just to prolong the curve, flatten it down so you're not overwhelmed in your hospitals. So I think they did that quite successfully.
Did Daddy take the iPod with him, right?
So now that they're opening up, they just got to make sure that people are mitigating that opening of the economy with still practicing social distancing, wearing a mask, washing your hands, using sanitizer,
I think that
avoid large groups whenever possible,
yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
I think that's why Cherry cannot go back yet, right? Because they won't allow us to travel there yet. In the
Well, we'll have to ask her because I'm surprised that she was still in Red Deer after all this time. Pretty bad if you can't go back to your own home
now
province.
you have another one coming.
Can you pay for coffee too? Because I have no money.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, so here we're at McDonald's. We're gonna get a coffee. Ryan, what do you want?
Like
Slushy.
slush.
Just because we're live, you can't order something really big and make Mom pay for it.
I'll
Just
have a
so
slush.
you're sure?
I want ice cream.
Hi, Althea speaking. What can I get for you?
Could I get a blue slushy?
What size?
Medium?
Okay.
Can I get like coffee and sundae?
And butterscotch sundae?
Yep.
And 2 medium coffees with 1 milk and 1 Splenda?
Each?
Yep.
Okay.
2 meal.
Oh, sorry. 1 is 2 milk and 1 is 1 milk.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it.
And that will be everything, thanks. And do you guys have any COVID-19 masks today?
Yeah.
Can we get some masks too, please?
She didn't get ice cream in there.
Oh, sorry. Did you get the butterscotch sundae? One
So
butterscotch
what
sundae.
flavor? So we only have the fudge and the caramel.
Caramel, yeah. Please.
2?
Just 1.
Okay.
That's-
Just 1 caramel something.
Yeah, thanks.
Alright, first menu please.
Thank you.
$7.75.
Aggressive driver. There's another bad Wetaskiwin driver. We're getting all this on live stream. I can do a episode similar to what Viper does.
Talk about another YouTube friend. You always talk about the drone guy. Who is that guy?
Oh, there's a guy I really like. He's from Ireland, I believe it is.
Harris, something like
Who?
that. Come with Ed Harrison or something like that.
Oh,
Who that guy?
just a minute.
Hi.
Hello.
$7.75.
Did we ask for mass here or there?
Can you get masks here or you get them there? What they're doing?
Can you try again?
Just have to stay longer.
There. Okay, thanks.
Have a good day.
You too. No, that guy, his name's Fran Duncan.
Duncan.
Yeah, Fran Duncan.
Yeah.
He's a good friend of mine too. When I started watching YouTube a few months back, kind of more because, you know, we're not doing much with COVID-19. I've run across this channel called Fran Duncan's Drone Productions. And what really got me about his channel was he did a tribute to his dad, who's passed away now. But he went to the church, an old church. I think it's where the place where his dad is buried, and he did a
The drones.
drone shots from around the church and mentioned that it was a tribute to his dad, and it was very, very moving and touching to watch his video. And ever since that time, I've gone back to friend Duncan's channel, and his drone productions are more and more spectacular all the time. The more that he flies, the more incredible the scenery and his ability to produce really high quality and interesting visually and audibly his drone production. So
And I would love some
anyone
mass,
watching,
please.
check out his channel because it's really fabulous what he's doing on his.
And mass. Can you ask for mass?
Thank you. Is that everything?
Yeah.
You got a spoon?
Yeah. Yes. Oh. No straw.
So there's a shout out for friend Duncan.
Yeah, honey.
I really like that. I
Can
really
I
like that
interrupt
guy.
one more? Can you stop? I have to go to washroom.
Oh yeah, sure.
You're right. Sorry for interrupting. I have to go.
That's okay. This is still
park
this is
anywhere.
just a test run anyway, right? This isn't a serious live stream.
Yeah, it's a
We're just-
serious live stream because
It's
it's
not
gonna be there.
serious.
You cannot delete it.
Yeah,
If
you can.
No, if you delete it, you won't get a time. Just have
No,
to
but
keep
you
it.
can delete it though. Like if something should happen here, like if Norm gets out of the car and blows a big fart or something, I could definitely delete the whole video. And
But
not,
then you won't
not
get
be
the
embarrassed.
time.
Not embarrassed by that.
But then you won't get a time.
But you can't go in and edit either, right?
You cannot go edit.
So you have to be on your best behavior.
Yeah.
Quit acting like you normally do and start acting like proper.
I don't know which
person.
one is 2 mil, which one is 1
Does
mil.
it say?
I can take that in my
Okay.
purse.
So Ryan and I will hold down the fort here for a while, and I'll try and talk for a while because nothing would be worse if people are wanting to review this than if there's just dead airspace. Unless there's a
This is
really pretty girl walking by going to the bathroom.
me.
Okay, let's shake your
can
money
read that.
maker. Shake it. Shake it. Shake that money maker. Woohoo! That's hilarious. What a ting tong, eh, right? So anyway, here we are at the Wetaskiwin McDonald's, where billions and billions are served from 6 feet away, hopefully. There's Eagle Taxi well in Wetaskiwin. Make sure you call Eagle Taxi if you're going to be driving while under the influence of anything, including a bad backseat driver. I'd like them to take over driving for me when Mom starts driving from the passenger seat. Right, Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you doing back there, Ryan?
Playing a game.
What kind of game?
Game.
What kind of game you got?
Get access.
What?
Get access. It's a puzzle game.
Get access? Let's see it. That's it. That's it.
So,
What is it?
you start off in this nice little workshop.
Yeah.
You gotta press this button, and you gotta find the button in this drawer. And you gotta go outside.
What are you gonna
Go to
make?
the courtyard.
Courtyard.
Right now, I already did most of the things, so I can go into this lab place.
So you just go in there and then you investigate what's going on in there?
Yeah, but I need to turn the power on.
Oh.
So I got a little hint here to turn on the electricity. It's 2, 1, and 3.
Okay.
So then I go to 2, 1, then to 3,
Okay.
and it turns on the power.
That'll keep you occupied for a while, eh? Hey, we're gonna have a game of pool.
Maybe,
Want a game of pool?
maybe.
Or are you playing that first? Maybe we'll do that later.
All right.
If Mom going to Edmonton, you know what's gonna happen. We're gonna end up at T&T or H Mark or what's the other one called?
I don't know.
It's another Chinese Asian food market up there somewhere. We'll end up there, so we'll have some downtime. We could probably play a game of pool while we're waiting for her. Come on, hurry up. Ting tong lady. Yikes.
Shout out to McDonald's Wetaskiwin. Very
Why?
beautiful and clean.
Was
there.
their bathroom clean?
Yeah, very clean, really.
Oh, there you go. I don't
Very
have to
good,
do it. You just did it.
Yeah. Love my McDonald's Wetaskiwin. Very clean.
And super fine dining.
Yeah, kind of like
Billions and billions can't be wrong. Really? Can
no, I mean like the dining room, everything look like they keep it clean. Look very clean. Like look, it's very clean. So
Norm,
you can.
Norm, is McDonald's sponsoring your channel?
I think Ponoka McDonald, Wetaskiwin McDonald, and
Are they-
Platform McDonald
Are they
the best.
sponsoring your channel?
Yeah, they
It sure
do.
sounds like it.
They do.
You're
They're
not,
the best McDonald in the whole
you're
world.
not fooling anybody. That's not an unbiased opinion about McDonald's, I'm sure. I have no opinion about it. I like to go to McDonald's. Pretty much every day I go get a coffee.
But McDonald coffee the best. I drink a lot of coffee. How many years? 30 some years. Since I 18.
30 some years.
See,
I
now-
see, okay.
Since I like a 12.
I thought
15.
I thought you were trying to tell people you were 30 something.
No.
Yeah, okay.
I drink McDonald coffee. I drink coffee since I very young. Until now. I think McDonald coffee is the best coffee.
And you haven't had any bad side effects from drinking so much coffee?
No.
You're doing well.
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
A lot of people
Hey,
think I'm 25.
Hey Norm, how's that humpback doing anyway?
I'm back what?
Anyway.
That's from work.
Oh, okay.
That's from being
Just
massage
kidding.
therapist for 12 years, 10 years.
Just kidding. Okay, so we're gonna go. We'll be able to talk about that water tower up there too. If you look up there. Oh no!
Oh, and that
Look at this guy. He's gonna get me in trouble. Who's the bad driver there? Do I have to turn that camera around and point at myself? Or can I call this guy out? I don't know about that.
Another trip idiot.
Yeah, I think that's a tie. Hey, here's an annoying thing. Anybody watching or will be watching, maybe you can give us your opinion about this idea. Red light cameras. Yes, I said it. Red light cameras. I got a story for you about that one.
I'll tell the story.
Okay, Ryan, you tell this story.
So, we were driving around Edmonton
Yeah?
when we went over a red light.
We went over a red light?
Well, it was yellow at the time,
Okay.
but we got a ticket in the mail.
Did we get a ticket?
Mom got a ticket.
Aha, Mom got a
Mom got a
ticket.
ticket,
Yeah.
even though Dad was driving. Mom
Yeah.
got a ticket for $438
No.
or something close to that.
388.
388.
$388.
Yep.
And that's for 0.12 milliseconds after activation. We ran that. Right?
Yeah. Ryan's right about that. So what happened was we were in Edmonton. We were driving along QE2 right into Edmonton, and we got down to the White Mud, and we wanted to make a left onto the White Mud. So there's kind of a weird exchange there because you've got to go across the White Mud, and then there's a set of lights, and then there's a couple of lanes you got to go through, and then there's another set of lights. So for somebody from a small town like Ponoka, where I think we might have one red light, it's a little bit confusing. So anyway, got through the first light, and I'm not speeding. I think the speed limit is 60, and the ticket said I was going 50, something like that. So I was well under the speed limit. And got through the first green light, I guess. We didn't get a ticket at that one. And the second light, which was, maybe 300 feet from the first one, it turned yellow. So it's a one-way, and then that intersection, it's another one-way. So another one-way running from east to west, and the one we're on is running south to north. So I am driving, and I decide, well, I'm just going to turn left here. It looks like a safe intersection. It was COVID-19. There wasn't very many cars on the road. The light turns yellow. Realize it's yellow. I go through, clear the intersection. About 3 weeks later, I get this ticket in the mail, and it's showing my car just nosing into that intersection where the light is now red. And the ticket is, $380 some. And $388, and it describes on there that the device activated a red light at 0.12 seconds from the time I entered the intersection. And I'm thinking, that is crap. That's real crap. So Norma's all upset because, of course, the ticket comes in her name. Could be anyone driving it, but she gets the ticket. And yeah, I know, the government and all their wisdom, the city of Edmonton and all their wisdom, the police departments and all their wisdom, they say that you're guilty because you're the registered owner of the vehicle. And that seems to be accepted policy and practice. I think it's crap. And I think that, I wish other people would give their opinion too, and if they agree, maybe we should do a hashtag red light cameras are crap, because I think it really is.
Today too.
I think it's a perfect example of how it is just a cash grab for the city of Edmonton and any other city that uses these red light cams, because if they were the driver, whoever decided they're going to sign that ticket, because you still have to have a person sign the ticket after they review the tape, I guess. In all their wisdom, they decided to give a ticket anyway, without even being there, without being the driver. And so we're deciding we're not going to pay it, and we've already got a date to see the judge in Edmonton, and it's not until October or November? November. So this infraction, if you want to use that word, that's what they use, happened in March or April. So we got a court date in November. And I think I'm going to try and find a way to not have to pay this ticket, because I really think it's BS. And I don't know what the best way to do that is. If somebody has any experience with red light tickets and knows the best way to approach a defense about it, I'd sure like to know about it. My opinion is that, every nose of every vehicle is different. I don't know these sensors in the road, whether they start when your tire runs over them. I don't know how they calculate how fast we were going, but it's even recorded that we were going like 10 kilometers under the speed limit. So I'm just wondering if at my speed, if I was able to make it through the first green light, and then the second one caught me at 0.12 seconds. Exactly when you're traveling 30 kilometers per hour, how many feet can you move in 0.12 seconds? And is that reasonable to assume that I could have stopped? Or that I should have stopped? I'm the driver and I'm using my best judgment. Sometimes we use our best judgment and maybe we missed the mark by 0.12 seconds. But does that deserve a $380 some ticket? Was I driving my vehicle in an irresponsible way that day? It just infuriating that they don't allow leeway on that, or would so I'm going to try and argue that, talk to whoever it is that shows up and ask them if they know the physics of how these sensors work, and ask them if they know the distance between where my wheel would touch the pavement on that sensor and the distance from that to the front end of this vehicle. Where does the law define your vehicle actually entering the intersection? Let's find out exactly all the details. And maybe people have gone through all this before, but because I'm mad about it, I don't want to pay that. That, I think, is just crap. So anyway, that's my long rant about that. If anyone else have any experience with that, please leave some comments, so maybe you can help us decide whether we're going to go ahead and try to convince a judge that it was unreasonable to give us a ticket in this case. Go ahead. What are you going to say, Norm?
I want you to shout out to the third person that hiding there. They can chat with you.
Oh, it's probably the police. Is it the police? Who's that third person there?
Look like that house is burning for some reason. The smoke come out.
Oh, okay. Well, who's there? Thanks for joining our channel. Nothing much. Nothing much happening here. Sorry, we're just driving to Edmonton. I think Norm wants to go shopping. I'm going to try and go shopping a little bit. But today, basically, this is my true first live stream. It just started off today as an experiment to see how it works. And so far we got it working, so we're going to just keep it going and see what happens with it. If nobody watches, that's great. Norm said there's 3 people there, so thanks for staying with us. Don't expect anything really hilarious to happen unless Norm starts feeling the effects of lunch or Ryan starts acting goofy like he sometimes does. Me, I'm just going to be my boring old self. So if you want to stick around, there's the caveat right there that we're not that exciting. But maybe we'll see some accidents today.
Everywhere exciting, but
Because there's a lot of crazy drivers here. Here's another one. I shouldn't call them crazy drivers. I'm only going 89 kilometers an hour, so.
You just set on the automatic.
Yeah, I could, I guess. Maybe I'll set that. Anyways, what were you saying, Ryan?
you're the only less exciting guy.
Yeah, well, these other guys are exciting. Norm's exciting and Ryan's exciting, but
But you're not.
me, I'm getting too old to be that exciting, I guess.
I
Eh?
agree.
Thanks, buddy. That's one thing about Ryan. You can always count on him being in your corner.
Actually, you can always count on me being honest. I'll give you the honest truth.
He'll give us your honest opinion. That might not be the truth.
Well, I'll give you the honest truth.
Really? You know the truth?
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah, okay. I just had that discussion. Oh, here's another plug for another YouTuber. There's this YouTuber. She's a bit of an enigma to me. Her name is the Norma. And her channel will leave you... If her channel... Here, let me put it this way. If her channel doesn't leave you with your mind expanding, wondering, questioning, then you ain't watching it. The 30 seconds or a minute program that she's putting out on her channel. She's very provocative. She's very funny at times, but it's always leaving you with more questions than you're getting answered by watching her videos. So it's a real brain fart to try and figure out what it is that what message she's trying to portray. So check her out. She's really interesting. Her name is the Norma.
Is it that lady that have diaper dance?
She's the lady that gets in a diaper and she'll do a dance, pretend she's playing a air banjo and do a dance in a diaper. Yeah, she's got some crazy, wacky little videos on her channel.
She give people laugh though, make
She
people
gets
happy.
people laugh and she makes people think. So she's well worth the view. Very small investment for provocative, thought-provoking few minutes. And anyway, what was my point there? There my mind wandered again. That's my age showing up again. What was I going to say about that? What made me think of it? Norm, help me out here.
What?
Norm's my sidekick. She helps me out a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And Ryan does too. But we're talking about something and my mind wandered to the Norma. Why?
Because we're talking about your 08 and you're not kind of like nothing excited for your live stream.
Then
something
what?
like
What
that.
else we say after that?
Then you talk about your 08, oh my, something like that.
Something else after that. Because that didn't trigger that. Oh yeah. I gotta have that oh yeah. So it really rings true. Oh, about truth. There. Oh yeah. There you go. There's the oh yeah. Here's where my brain diverted over to the Norma's channel. On the Norma's channel, her latest video, she's wearing I think it's a COVID-19 mask, but it's covering her whole head, covering her whole face, and she's kind of like silently screaming, and it's what comes out of her mouth is, "The truth will set you free." And that's it. It's only a 30 or 40 second clip, but there you go. Doesn't that sound kind of provocative? Doesn't that make you want to go check out her channel? But the thing was, that was connected with what Ryan just said. Ryan said he tells the truth, and that I can't handle the truth. But when I watched the Norma's video this morning, it was like, what is truth? Right? And that ties into what we're talking about with this whole ticket thing. The authorities, the man squeezing the small guy for $386.
When it's no work.
What's the truth? What is the truth? How much of...
What's wrong with the youth?
What is wrong with the youth? Who's got the truth? Who's the purveyor of truth? Who owns the truth? Who's living the truth?
Are you okay, Dad?
No! It's the Norma. She got my brain thinking too much. And now when I hear the word truth, I even question my own existence, my own belief system.
Okay.
Am I going too far?
Yes.
Okay, thanks, Ryan. Maybe Ryan's right. Maybe he knows to have the truth. He'll tell you the truth. Ryan knows the truth. Anybody out there want to know the meaning of life? Anybody out there wanting to know what reality is?
Life, but
Then contact Ryan. Here's a plug for Ryan. His channel is AELFM on YouTube.
Productions.
AELFM Productions on YouTube. If you want to get to, if you're floundering out there in your world, maybe you've lost your religion, like some of the songs you hear on the radio. Maybe you lost a loved one. Maybe you've gone through a period of ill health. You're questioning your own reality. You're questioning your own set of values. Go see Ryan's channel. Maybe he can help you, because he has the truth. Right, Ryan? Or at least he might help you point to the truth. There might be some hidden gem on his channel that will give you a new direction for your life. An awakening. So it were. Pretty amazing stuff. That's what I like about
yellow, hey?
That's what I like about YouTube. You can see so many people's viewpoints and comments too. You read people's comments. It's interesting what brain waves are triggered when people watch other people's stuff and how they comment and all that. So it's been great for me. I really like YouTube now. I used to think it was just a cracky, high-tech kind of BS crap, right? But after I've kind of embraced it, I really like it. Yeah.
Maybe
Anyway.
I buy earpod for you today if you be a good boy.
What Mom say, Ryan? What'd she say?
Or maybe it's just headphones. She wanted to.
She's gonna buy you something?
I guess so. She said maybe I buy you AirPod today.
AirPod?
Yeah, AirPod.
You gonna buy Ryan AirPod? What's AirPod? Like a
AirPod is for his
Earphone.
new iPad.
earphone?
AirPod.
Is it earphones?
It's a put it on the ear.
Oh,
But they
okay,
call
yeah.
AirPod.
Okay.
It's like the head brush headphones you
Oh
got.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Like earbuds.
Just earbuds, okay.
I don't know how safe is it though, because it's kind of like a Bluetooth and then go through your ears, right?
Yeah, I don't know, might rattle your skull too much, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It might be too easy to turn up too loud.
Yeah.
And then over time you go deaf, because every time you put it in, you need to turn it up a little bit more because you lose your hearing.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, you can't hear a damn thing anymore.
Yeah. Maybe
I don't
not
know.
good.
Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I don't know. I was always a little leery about any kind of headphones.
Because it's about the it's about the wave that they use for Bluetooth too, right?
Yeah.
So we don't know what system they use. It might kind of like
Yeah, like
ruin your ears,
might
right?
cause cancer to your brain or something.
It's kind of like it's unknown yet, right? Because maybe 10 years later it's not good anymore, right?
Well, that's the thing, you know.
Oh, he's still watching the Motherland.
Oh, okay.
John.
Hey, John. Oh, thanks,
Still
my
watching,
friend.
guy.
We're just bantering here. Not much happening here. If we were sitting on a park bench, even the squirrels would run away. To be honest with you, it's pretty dull stuff here. But hey,
Even
ouch.
if I give them some bread.
Ouch, oi, that's the way she goes sometimes, eh? Are you trying to get Wi-Fi password, Ryan?
No, I know the password. I don't need to put this
Oh,
shit
okay. Anyway, what I was gonna say was about modern technology, and here's an old guy just ranting again.
Right?
You never know, you know, like all of these
disconnect from that.
centuries.
Disconnect from that and connect from mom. Otherwise, his live stream gonna be slow.
Oh, okay. All of these centuries and millennium, humankind has been nature, and then all of a sudden we got too smart for ourselves and we started inventing stuff.
Milk Away, California. Say hello to you. Said Night Rose.
Hello. Thank you for joining us.
Have to get out.
So anyway, I'm just ranting to myself here about humankind and how we've evolved in a certain way for thousands and thousands of years. And it had nothing to do with earbuds, I can tell you that. It had nothing to do with earphones. It had nothing to do with technology. It had nothing to do with Wi-Fi, radio waves, telecommunication waves, any of that kind of stuff. And when you put all those kind of waves, I guess we've always lived with electromagnetic energy from the sun, certain spectrums there, but I'm not sure if I'm no scientist, just a layman here, but all of these waves that we're living with and new ways of communicating, how is that getting integrated into our biology? You know, I'm a little bit leery about earbuds, earphones, all that kind of stuff, but I guess it'll show up after a few millennium again, right? How it affected our genetics, see if it messes with us. Maybe we'll all be cyborgs. I think that's what Elon Musk is predicting. I've watched a couple of podcasts where he's been the guest, like Joe Rogan, that kind of thing, and he's talking about the future. And that guy, he was like Ryan. He was a genius when he was growing up, and I've seen a documentary on him too. His mom talked about her genius boy. But Elon Musk is predicting, you know, some major changes with AI and transplanting humanity on Mars and stuff like that. So there's some great changes happening. More and more technological advances that are messing us up in some ways, but also advancing us in so many other ways. So I probably won't be around to see the major changes, but a boy like Ryan, 10 years old, the way technology keeps clipping forward exponentially, he's going to see some just huge changes in how humanity is living on the planet. Hopefully, the majority of what's going to happen is going to be
Daddy,
positive.
can I cut you off?
Cut me off.
Shout out to Milk Away, California. She asked you to shout out for her.
Oh, do it.
You have to say it.
You do it, because I can't read and drive at the same time.
Milk Away, MIKAWAYAN, California. Watching from California, Milk Away said.
Milk Away, how do you spell it again?
MIKAWAYAN.
Let me see it.
Like, can you read for that?
It's too. I can't read. It's too small.
Watching from California.
The name
What's
of the
the name?
person.
Milka Wayan, California.
Sorry about the pronunciation there, but welcome to our live stream here today. California is one of my favorite places to visit.
Because of the Apple Store.
No, not because of the Apple Store. That's there, but I'm talking about just natural beauty in California. I first went to California when I was your age, Ryan, 10 years old.
Wow.
And I fell in love with California then.
Now it's my turn.
Mr. Bakbop will go back to Milgawan, California. Sorry if the wrong pronunciation, but I already write the name down for him. So when he done his live stream, Mr. Bakbop will go visit every channel that come visit him today, like Scotland Tale of the Motherlands, Milgaways, Milgawan, Gaway and California. Milgaway and California, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll certainly come back to your channel for a visit. We appreciate you being here, and we always like to return the favor, see what you guys are up to out there, and check out what you have to offer and what you have to say on your channel. Appreciate you stopping by here today. Again, we're just fooling around here today. I've never done a live stream. Norm did one on my channel quite a long time ago, and kind of that whole idea slipped my mind until a couple of days ago. I thought maybe we should try a live stream. So we got it all working today, and Ryan was the guy that finally figured out how to do it after a frustrating 2 hours or so trying to hook up my phone to that. So thanks, Ryan. So anyway, welcome to our channel. We're not doing anything special. We're just heading for Edmonton today. We had to go to the dump today when we got up. It's Saturday, and we've got a regional transfer station that we visit every Saturday to take out our garbage. We live in the county, so we don't have garbage service in our county. So what we do is take it ourselves to the transfer station. So we did that, and then we thought, let's go for breakfast somewhere. So we decided to go to Wetaskiwin for breakfast. So we did a drive around Wetaskiwin once we got the live stream working. And now we're on our way to Edmonton. Norm's got a couple of stores she likes to shop for Asian food. So we might drop her off there, and Ryan and I are going to play on the computer while she's shopping. And I want to look for a new computer. I haven't bought a new computer for a while, so I'm going to look for a computer. And we thought we'd just run this live stream while we're doing that. So again, we don't have anything really planned for today other than just trip up and trip back home. It was kind of cool though, because we were sitting in the restaurant and we got the live stream running thanks to Ryan's help. And there's somebody that came on the live stream, and they said their name was Cheryl Ferguson. And I thought, that's weird, because I have a sister named Ferguson and her name is Cheryl, but she always goes by Sherry. So I'm thinking, what is this? Is this a coincidence? Is this a prank? What's going on here? So we finally figured it out. Actually, Cheryl, who joined us on the live stream today, actually is my sister. And I haven't seen her for quite a long time here.
About a year.
Maybe about a year. And she was out actually visiting in Red Deer when they started to announce the closures of COVID-19 here in Alberta. And she got trapped in Red Deer, and I never saw her when she came to Red Deer, and I assumed that she probably went back to Montreal, where she lives with her family since then. But we gleaned from our live stream today that she's still in Red Deer. She's been there since March, and still stuck in Red Deer. So
March 15.
March 15. So it's kind of a nice surprise to go from just a test of the system to actually, we got a date now for coffee with my sister. So right on. Really happy about that. So
Really excited too.
be
But
nice
we
to be
can
able
hug
to
her, eh?
reconnect with her later today. So
Yeah.
it's kind of cool. So yeah, I'm gonna find out, what her plans are, if she can travel back to Montreal or what's going on. Yeah, I hope she can get back there before they, God forbid,
Second bit.
they get a second wave going and they have to start locking things back down again. Just telling Norm that I saw on the internet there yesterday that Alberta has got the highest per capita rates of COVID-19 now in Canada. So hopefully we don't slip back to a situation where it's gone rampant again. It wouldn't be good for anybody, the economy or seniors or any of us. So hopefully we hopefully you don't go back to that again. So that's all I got to say about that. Anyway, what else is going on, Norm?
We're just gonna go check out the Best Buy for like a new computer, and we still keep live stream until the battery is finished. Because we need about like 7 hours maybe, like because a lot of frame that we replace look like it's work great with the live stream. And
Okay, now we're coming back. We're on Highway 2A from Wetaskiwin to Leduc. Leduc is a city that's basically the outskirts of Edmonton now. It's a small city, but they've got a real big industrial base here. The oil sands.
can I cut you off quick?
Do it.
Go to Aurora. We can show. You can turn off at the airport and check out the Aurora.
Okay, we can do that, I guess.
The biggest plant in Alberta now.
Is it? Is that true?
I think it's just a one greenhouse, isn't it? Aurora?
No, they've got several across Canada. It's
I
kinda
mean
like a big-
Alberta. I'm not saying in Canada.
I don't know for sure. Let's do that later if we have time.
Sure.
It might not be appropriate for all
The
viewers,
viewer.
right?
That's true.
Or a lot of people might not be interested in that sort of thing.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, Leduc anyway, just to be quick with what Norm's line of thinking was there. At the airport here, a company called Aurora Cannabis have built a big manufacturing growing operation that's right at the airport. So there's been a lot of economic activity over the last year or so here in Leduc. They have a big new mall here close to the airport. It's kind of an outlet store, so they've got all sorts of name brand outlet stores there. So quite a bit of development around the airport the last couple of years. Whereas, the town proper, Leduc, I think they're still under maybe 30,000 people, but they're so close to Edmonton. And here at Nisku, it's kind of famous for oil-related companies. So this area, although it had some, very good growth economically, I think they've been hurting because of the oil patch. Slowed down over the last few years. Oil prices been in the toilet for several years now, as many of you will know. So it's kind of a mixed bag here at Leduc, but it's kind of fun here at the Chamber of Commerce. We came here with some friends. Shout out to another YouTube channel. What's Leia's channel called? Leia and Friends or Leia Kayla?
Fun with Leia and Kayla.
Fun with Leia and Kayla. There's some family friends that used to live here in Leduc. They've got a web channel or YouTube channel, Leia, Kayla, and Friends. And they're a couple of cute little gals, and they have some tutorials how to do arts and crafts and things like that. They're friends, good friends with Ryen, and they do a lot of fun things together on the internet. So Ryan's kind of missed all of his school friends since the closure of COVID-19, but often I'll come in from outside, working outside, and Ryan will be online with Leia, and they'll be playing a game, or what else do you guys do online, Ryan? Make movies together, right? You'll get Leia to do a little bit and record it and then send it to Ryan, and he'll use it in a movie or in a animation somehow. So he's made a few cartoons.
Shout out to Kapom. Kapom, สวัสดีค่ะ
Kapom.
Kapom.
Kapom. I thought it was Kapom.
Kapom is like a little lizard.
Oh, I thought Kapom was like yes.
Not
like
Kapom.
Kapom. Oh, it means lizard. ขอโทษครับขอบคุณครับ
Say กระปอม
ครับป้อม
That's-
สวัสดีครับ Swaddy Krab, thanks for joining us today. Nice to see you. Tamarai Krab. That's about the 3 or 4 sayings I know in Thai, so
กระปอม
I can't say anything else. That's it. That's all I know.
กระปอม channel I can shout out for กระปอม channel กระปอมไข่ใหญ่กระปอมเคไข่ไข่เกิดก่อนไข่เกิดก่อนไก่ His channel name กระปอม and in the Thai word is mean like egg is born before chicken.
Oh, okay. Chicken before the egg.
Yeah, chicken before the egg. Yeah, but his
Opposite.
name is opposite. Egg before,
Egg before the
chicken.
chicken.
And then his channel has a lot how you grow egg, and he has a lot of like a small chicken. The what you call
Yeah,
the chick?
yeah. I
chick?
saw a video. He has
And
a lot of little baby chicks.
Yeah, and he also has what you call he wrote the song and he sang those songs and he had the playlist for the song.
Where is he from?
He from Thailand.
But what province in Thailand?
I asked him. He said you speak Thai very well.
ขอบคุณครับกระผม
ขอบคุณครับผม พี่กระปอมอยู่จังหวัดอะไรคะ สามีถาม สามีชอบช่องพี่กระปอมมากเลยอะค่ะเขาบอกว่าคือแบบเขาชอบมากๆเลยเขาจะไปหาพี่กระปอมก่อนตลอดเลยอย่า กระปอมเซตพ่อใหญ่ he call you พ่อใหญ่ hi he asked where you guys going.
You can tell him where we're going.
Yeah, I told him already.
Oh, okay.
And he said พ่อใหญ่พูดไทยชัดมากๆ mean พ่อใหญ่ you speak Thai very well.
ครับคุณครับ
พ่อใหญ่ขับรถไปด้วยนะคะพี่กระปอมเพราะว่าตอนนี้ไม่รู้น้องหรือพี่เรียกพี่ไว้ก่อนเพราะ เพราะเราให้เกียรติกันเนาะอ๋อคน101บ่จ้าน้องคนอุบล he from 101
Ryen.
101 yeah
Where's Ryen? Sounds familiar. I heard that province.
101 is not
Close-
far from สกลนคร not
Close
far
to Nong Hai.
not far from ขอนแก่นอุดรธานี stuff like that
Yeah. Isan.
อีสาน
ครับ
อีสานคือกันเนาะไฮเนาะไอกับปอมหนูคนอุบลนะคะไอกับปอมที่หนูเข้าไปหนูสิถ้าสมมุติหนูเข้าไปหาไอกับปอมนี่หนูสิไปเล่นเพลย์ลิสต์ให้ครบทุกเพลย์ลิสต์แต่หนูบ่อยากคอมเมนต์หลายเด้อจ้ะเด้อเพราะว่าเดี๋ยวหนูไปติดสแปมไอกับปอมแต่ว่าหนูพยายามสิดันช่องไอกับปอมนั่นเทื่อหนูสิเข้าไปเล่นเพลย์ลิสต์ให้แบบว่าบ่มีแอคเคาท์นะเพราะไอ้กับปอมสิได้เวลาหลายกว่าจังใดเดี๋ยวไอ้กับปอมถ้าอยากคุยกันแอดเฟซหนูมาแน่เด้อหนูอยากสิแบบเพ่ให้อ้ายแล้วก็ส่งเขาไปให้เฟซอ้ายเบิ่งนะเดี๋ยวสิเขียนเด้อซื้อเฟซหนูเด้ออีดำข้าวนอกนาแอดเฟซมาคุยแน่ส่งขอความหาหนูเด้อไอ้กับปอมเด้อแล้วเวลาหนูลั่นเพลย์ลิสต์ให้เนี่ยเดี๋ยวหนูสิส่งเขาไปให้เบิ่งในเฟซแบบว่าสิบ่ไปลั่นสิบ่ไปจากบีบชิคเก้นนั่นนะสิเอาแบบให้อ้ายได้เวลาสิแบบว่าบ่ต้องมีแอคเคาท์คือตะสีตะสาเฮาบ่เบิ่งโทรทัศน์อีหยังสิเฮาก็ได้วิวได้เวลาอันนั้นของหนูได้ยอดดีหนูก็เลยอยากให้ไอ้กับปอมเฮ็ดนำ พอไอ้กับปอมมาเบิ่งพวกหนูตลอดหนูก็อยากสนับสนุนเด้อแอดเฟซหนูเข้ามาเด้ออีดำข้าวนอกหน้าเด้อเว้นวรรคเด้ออีดำข้าวนอกนาเว้นวรรคอ่ะ you can speak English now maybe or your friend run away from my Isan
That's Isan, eh?
yeah
So what did you say basically?
oh I just talked to Pigapom because we always go to his channel and we like to play his playlist because I like all his song and all the chicken that he has on his playlist so I like to run on his playlist and then I don't want to kind of like I don't want to take the beep chicken there I just kind of like maybe check out his playlist with the TV or
So
something like that
why does he how you meet him? Because your name is Beep Beep Chicken and he's like
Yeah.
egg before chicken? You guys are like kindred spirits or what?
I don't know ไอ้กับปอมสามีถามว่าเป็นยังไอ้กับปอมคือมาติดตามช่องน้อมคุณแทน Daddy say hello คุณแทน from Mr. บักปอบคุณแทนสวัสดีค่ะคุณแทน
คุณแทนสวัสดี
You
ครับ
you just watched his live stream yesterday.
Oh, Tan, Mr. Tan.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. Swaddy krap, Mr. Tan. Nice to see you. How are you today? Tamarai kap. I saw your live stream yesterday and then I thought
Oh, we don't have gas now.
maybe I should do a live stream too. So you gave me the good idea, my friend. Kap kun krap. Tamarai krap. It's what time? 5 a.m. in Thailand. What are you doing up so early? Mr. Ten. Mr. Ten, thank you so much for showing me your village the other day. I really enjoyed to see the streets there. It looked like you live in a very peaceful place in Thailand. When I think of Thailand, I think of Bangkok, think of Pattaya, I think of the tourist areas full of people, small shops, so busy. But very happy to see your place. It's a peaceful place. Look like a place I'd like to live.
Okay, here the answer from Mr. Kapom.
Okay.
Because you asked how he come to my channel because
Yeah.
you think he raised the chicken and you think he follow me because I beep chicken.
Yeah.
No, he like your channel. He like Mr. Bakpop. That's why he come to my channel. It's not because of me, but because of you.
Oh, Pakwan. Pakwan. Krap kun krap.
ปากหวานพี่กระปอมปากหวาน คุณแทนเดี๋ยวสามีตามกลับไปหานะคะมิสเตอร์บักปอบวิวมิสเตอร์บักปอบเดี๋ยวเขาจะไปดูช่องคุณแทนนะคะเขาบอกแล้วนะคะ I told คุณแทน that after you done your live stream you go visit
I'll come
คุณ
visit
แทน
him again
yeah.
soon. Yeah, too long between visit, Mr. Tan. And nice to see you again. Where is Mr. Tan from again? I forget now. He showed me the village, but like 1 o'clock in the morning.
You can ask him because I don't know.
Okay.
He can speak English, Mr.
Yeah.
Tan. He likes.
Yeah, he's very good. Speaks English very good.
Yeah,
Sure speaks English better than I can speak Thai.
yeah. You can ask him where he from.
Every time I meet a new friend from Thailand, I wish I knew more language of Thailand. But my wife is very bad. She doesn't want to teach me anything. She only teach me the bad words. No good words.
Bad verb like ปักปอบ
Like Buck Bob. She called me Buck Bob for a long time now. Anyway, where are we going now, guys? We're in Edmonton.
We're gonna go south side, the Best Buy.
Okay, here we are in the city of Edmonton now, capital city of our province of Alberta. This is where the head of government is provincially for Alberta. It's a pretty great city. There's lots of things to do here. Lots of great places to go, lots of things to do. Get ready for this. In the summertime. Wintertime, it's a frozen mukluk boot of a city. It's cold, it's slippery, it's icy, and the whole city is underground. Downtown Edmonton, they've got tunnels connecting the whole city. So if you live in a city downtown, you don't even have to go outside, but for the rest of the peasants, you got to get in your car, you got to warm it up, you got to travel on slippery roads. It's not a great city in the wintertime unless you love that sort of thing. I like it in the summer.
คุณแทน ask where you going?
Going shopping.
Go
Norm-
buy new computer for you too.
Norm's the big boss and she likes to go shopping. Norm's gonna buy me an Audi with all of her YouTube money she's making now. Look at that Audi. Pretty fancy car. Can you see that? Maybe it's not in the
Yeah.
view yet. I'll slow down.
Yeah, slow down.
Look like
This guy is really scary beside
It looks like a
me.
Ferrari. Pretty fancy car.
Oh, it's so busy in Edmonton today.
Yeah, I was telling my wife the other day I wish we still had COVID in some respects because if you come to Edmonton during COVID-19, you have the road all to yourself, but now it's ding dong here. Crazy, like going from Bangkok to Ryen on a freeway. Crazy. I'm going to miss my exit now, too. I'm going to miss my exit. Can I get over?
Yeah. I don't know. Everyone's so fast to
It's
signal.
crazy. I'm going to signal and just go. I'm going. I'm going to go again.
Oh, someone coming. Not go yet.
I'm going to go again.
After that.
Okay, here we go. Crazy. Just a small town boy living in a lonely world. He took the midnight train going anywhere. Yeah, I'm not used to driving in the city when it's so busy. So we're at the South Edmonton Common here. We're going to go to Best Buy. I haven't got a computer since mine became a door stopper.
Kuntan said he eating sneaker right now.
Sneaker? What's sneaker?
Sneaker.
Snicker. Oh, a Snicker bar.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And Kun Kapom said, Poyai, he has a good voice.
Oh, thanks.
Because Kun Kapom, he like to sing too, right?
yeah.
He has how many songs he wrote?
Yeah.
29. 29 เพลงเนาะอายกับปอมเนาะเพลงจะแต่งเอง
Yeah,
จะมาเก่งแท้
I like Molam music.
ห้องหมอลำให้พ่อใหญ่ฟังน้ำเด้ออายเด้อ
That's my favorite Thai music, Molam.
แล้วมักหมอลำคัก
Very
แล้วว่า
good. Oh, that reminds me of a shout out again. There's one Thai lady, she writes song too and plays piano. What's her name?
ก็จะนี่
Pochini on YouTube. She plays piano and has a very lovely voice. Sing a Thai song too. But my favorite Thai music have to be Molam. For sure. My experience with Molam.
อ๋อ
What?
he wrote the song for you
What?
yeah he has your song
What song?
beautiful มาแตก
Gotta hear that. That sounds good. Beautiful mustak. That's my wife's pronunciation. She calls it a muktak.
oh
She
he
always-
wrote a song for you he has your song
Oh.
have to go listen to that
Yeah. Can I see it on his channel?
no cannot right now
Oh, maybe if you can upload or maybe you could send me a link or something I can view it.
yeah
That'd be funny.
yeah Kun Tan said wow you go to Best Buy
Yeah, where is Best Buy here, Norm? You know?
there Best Buy back there
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have to tell Kapong
กะปอม
Kapom a story about that. You know why I like Kapom so much? Because he likes my muktak. My wife is always complaining. She wants me to cut my muktak. And so when I hear someone likes it, I think that's my new friend.
Okay I translate to คุณกะ
Okay.
ปอมมิสเตอร์บักปอบบอกว่า หลังจากที่น้อมบอกแกว่าคุณกระปอมาบอกชอบพ่อใหญ่หนวดงาม แกก็เลยแบบยิ่งปล่อยหนวดยาวเลยแกบอกว่าตอนนี้เป็นเพื่อนรักของแกแล้วคุณกระปอมเพราะว่าชอบหนวดของแก แล้วก็คุณแทนด้วยนะครับมิสเตอร์บักปอบไปเฝ้าไลน์เมื่อวานเขาบอกเขาชอบคุณแทนนิสัยดีแล้วก็พูดภาษาอังกฤษเก่งมากเขาก็เลยแบบเขาเลยชอบเข้าไปคุยกับคุณแทนด้วยอะไรอย่างเงี้ยแต่ว่าช่วงนี้คือไม่ค่อยได้อยู่บ้านเนาะบางวันก็ขึ้นได้เข้าไปบางวันก็ไม่ได้เข้าไป
Oh, I'm all sweaty from that high-speed city driving now. Man, that's so it's so stress producing. I got to rest from it. My back's all sweaty.
Yeah.
Trying to fight traffic. Oh, this guy's got a Mini with a convertible. That's kind of cool.
so
So where do you? Okay, let's just strategize here for a minute. I'm gonna go here and look at computer. Where do you want to go after?
with
Yeah, we can all go in and we can say
We gonna-
thank you for.
no we not hang up we gonna
Oh,
go by
we're gonna leave it the computer the phone on all day long to get a good introductory
We're gonna
live stream.
leave it here and then
We'll
I
be
gonna
back
tie
shortly,
it
but
here
if people want to go, please don't feel compelled to stay. We'll be back later on, and if you want to swing by again, we sure enjoy talking with you, and we'd be glad to talk to you some more. But we're just going to go shopping here for a bit. We'll leave this on. And welcome back later on. And we'd like to talk to you some more.
can you tie in English and so everyone know?
What do I do?
Tie in English for your fan that we buy computer and then we come back.
Hey, everybody.
No, it's connected. I have to put to
Just
call it.
easier for me to talk than type.
Okay,
Can I do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody, I want to thank you for joining on this live chat. I certainly wasn't expecting people to come and join us today. We were just doing a practice live stream, but thank you so much for joining us. We're here in Edmonton. We're going to go do some shopping. We're going to leave the live stream active because we're going to be coming back, and we might take a little bit more of a trip around, or might want to do some other shopping. And then we're going to have the trip home, and if somebody wants to rejoin us again, would be more than happy to chat with everybody and have a few laughs, hopefully, and enjoy the afternoon together. So we'll see you in a bit when we get out of Best Buy here. Take care.
So
Does it make any sense? Or maybe it auto-corrected and I swore at somebody.
you
gotta
you
check it
have
out.
too many
many things?
things.
Oh,
You
okay.
it cannot send because too long.
Too long of a comment.
Yeah.
Maybe
You
you
can
do
make
it
it
then.
into 2 parts, Mom.
You make it into something then, because I don't know anything about this. I'm totally
Right, don't
new.
do that.
Totally new at this sort of thing.
I didn't do anything.
Just
This live chat, that can be really fun. I'm surprised. You get talking with people, it's fun.
Mr. Tan said we have to go, Mr. I'm talk to you later. You say bye to Mr.
ขอบคุณครับขอบคุณครับน้องแทนขอบคุณครับโชคดีครับ See you again soon.
Say เจอกันใหม่ครับ
I'll come to your channel later and see what you're up to. Thanks for joining us today. Appreciate it. Take care of yourself.
We have to go,
Kuntan.
Mr. Talk later.
We will have live stream
How do you say Kuntan's last name? E-I-E-I? Is it?
E-I-E-I-O.
No O. E-I-E-I. Is that his last name? Kuntai. Nong Kuntai. Krap Kun Krap. And Norm's going to hit me if I say Kap Om wrong, so. Kap. What is that? Kapom. Kapom.
ครับผม
Kapom. Krap Kun Krap. Chokti Krap.
You have to go, Mr. Talk to later.
Yeah. It's good though. He's from Thailand. He can speak better English than you can Thai, right?
And he can speak better English than Mom.
He can probably speak better English than me. I'm certainly not a very good speaker. But I guess, from all accounts I've heard today, I've got a spectacular beard. So, thank you. Krap kun krap for my muktak.
yeah กระปอม
Look at that. Just look.
พี่กระปอม have the song he wrote for you
Really?
because he loved
Cool.
and he said today he was the camping trip for us
Don't do that, Ryan.
Is that a
and
walnut?
she got two new song
Very cool.
Thanks a lot and พี่หนวดงาม beautiful มาแตก so พี่กระปอมเดี๋ยวหนูจะกลับเข้าไปดูนะพี่กระปอม
You said not to mention that, Mom. But she typed it anyways.
Thai is okay
Oh, that's nice, eh? You know, when you do this live stream before, Norm, I just thought, this is ridiculous. But you know, this being my first experience, I could see how this could become very fun. Talk to people, get to know people, make new friends. It can be very fun.
Just as long as that Mom
you
doesn't
can
talk
shout
Thai
maybe
too much.
Sherry's still here you can tell Sherry's too that we come back we go buy computer
Yeah, I think you put that there already, right? Okay, let's go, guys.
Pick up Palm said song number 27 ขอบคุณเด้ออ้ายกับปอม
On his
เดี๋ยวหนู
channel already?
สิกลับไปเบิ่งแล้วหนูสิไปลั่นเพลลิสให้มื้อนี้อีกเด้อเดี๋ยวหนูแอดเฟซไปเด้ออ้ายกับปอมเด้อเดี๋ยวไปซื้อของก่อนสิอันสิเปิดไล่ไว้นะแล้วก็สิไปซื้อของ
Hot.
สิ
Okay.
เปิดละ
Thanks again.
ไล่อัน
Thanks again. We'll see you after a while. If not, we'll see you at your channel. And Sherry, if you're still there, we'll see you later today. Good talking to y'all. Bye for now.
see you in a second เดี๋ยวกลับมาใหม่นะคะเพื่อนๆแต่ว่าจะไลฟ์สตรีมไว้ก่อนนะคะจะเปิดไลฟ์สตรีมไว้แล้วก็เดี๋ยวจะไปซื้อของแล้วก็จะกลับเข้ามาเพราะว่าไม่อยากจะถือโทรศัพท์เข้าไปเดี๋ยวเพราะว่ามันเป็นช่วงโควิดเดี๋ยวกลัวเขาจะหาว่าเรามาทำนู่นนี่นั่นอะไรอย่างนี้นะคะก็เดี๋ยวกลับเข้ามาเด้อขอบคุณมากขอบคุณหลายๆเด้ออ้ายกับปอมขอบคุณหลายๆจ้าจังไดเดี๋ยวหนูกลับมาคุยน้ำเนาะ
Am I not in the right spot?
Why what's the problem
Am I over too much this way? Let's go over this way. I gotta get
go behind tell him to go behind.
Play this. That one won't play. Play this one. I forgot I have to leave this phone
Well, I
here
think
too.
they just want to go ahead.
Can I plug this one in? I really have to go to the bathroom, so
Here honey
let's go.
you want to go now
Yeah, I want to run this playlist for my good friend Duncan.
Hey, look, there's a
Okay.
green guy.
Don't we gotta wear a
yeah
mask?
กับ
Eh?
ปอม
Okay, let's go.
that pick up ปอม he wrote the song for daddy
Oh,
I have
I
to check
thought
that
it
out.
was Cap home.
That's exciting.
not ครับผมกับปอม
Kapam.
กับปอม is a lizard in
Egg before.
Thailand
I thought you said egg before chicken.
yeah that's his in Thai too he has a few
It
mentioned
also means little lizard.
yeah
Okay.
เดี๋ยวกลับมาได้จ้ะเด้อเพื่อนๆทุกคน we be right back we just gonna leave the live stream here guys ขอบคุณหลายๆเด้อจ้าเปิดไว้เด้อเดี๋ยวเข้ามาใหม่ hand sanitizer ต้องเอาแอลกอฮอล์ไปด้วยนะคะมาช้อปปิ้งที่นี่โอเคติดไว้แล้วเดี๋ยวกลับมานะคะเพื่อนๆ we be right back guys